Hello, this is the Watchdog. Welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Poedagar 839 homage to a Rolex Land Dweller. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Yema CMM.20 skin diver. This is the last time I get to wear it because I got to send it back to Yema. And I just reviewed this watch. If you haven't seen the review yet, be sure to check it out. And Grego is wearing my Poedagar 1410, my very first automatic Poedagar. Grego said that Lando became a used land speeder dealer, and he's going by the name Cal Rissian. He saw a television commercial for his dealership the other day, and he was riding in Banther wearing a 10-gallon hat. And the announcer said, "It's Cal Rissian and his dog Spot. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal." All right, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this simple box that says Poedagar. Top brand luxury. And here's the watch. Not bad looking. You can tell it's very affordable though. You can definitely tell that this is a hollow link bracelet and this is a chrome plated case. Another Poedagar on my channel. Poedagar makes very affordable quartz watches with a few automatics scattered in for luck. This 839 is yet another very affordable homage of the new Rolex Land Dweller, costing around $20 on AliExpress. I've already reviewed similar watches from Bin Bon and Lume and have a measure on the way. This is an integrated bracelet watch, meaning it doesn't have traditional lugs, which gives you a nice look but removes the flexibility of strap changes. Rolex used to have an integrated bracelet sports watch called the Oyster Quartz, which they ditched in 2001 when quartz became synonymous with value. This Poedagar is, of course, quartz. Unlike the Rolex, this watch comes in a whopping 12 different colorways. I chose the blue dial two-tone as I wanted to choose something different than the other homages I've reviewed lately. If you want basic still tone, you have the choice of sky blue, blue, black, or silver dials. Two-tone gives you the extra choice of green. Then there's also all blue, all black, or all gold models. The watch is 40 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, 47.9 millimeters long with inverted end links. It's only 9.8 millimeters thick if you don't count the Cyclops, and I never do. It's 25 millimeters where the bracelet meets the case and tapers down to 18 at the clasp, and weighs 105 grams on the supplied hollow link bracelet with 2 links removed. The bezel is fluted in gold tone. It's a nice looking bezel. And then we have the dial. We have a re-hot chapter ring with the minute markers and sub-minute markers. And then we have the dial itself. We have the Poedagar name and logo up top. And then on the bottom here, let me zoom it in so you can see better. It says, "Keep up with global fashion." There we go again. Some little advice there. So I guess it's better to say keep up with global fashion than to tell a fib like chronometer officially certified. So I guess it could be worse. And then we have the indices. We got the 6, 9, and 12 in numerals. And then we have batons everywhere else. And then we also have this honeycomb pattern on the dial. And it looks nice. And then we have stick, minute, and hour hand. And then we have a second hand, which has like a needle. I have a needle counterbalance. And then we have a date at the 3. No border, and we have a Cyclops, but the Cyclops barely magnifies. I guess it magnifies a little, but not very much. I guess at least it's centered. Then we have a sign push-pull crown, and the crown action's not horrible. When you go to press it in, though, you do get a minute hand jump if you're not careful. You gotta hold it when you press it in. And just be really careful, and you can set it without it jumping. It's not one of those where it's going to jump every single time no matter what you do with it. You just got to be really careful. And then we have the crystal. We just have flat mineral glass. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing great about it. And then we have the case. The case is a chrome-plated alloy, but it's fairly thin. And we do have brushing up top, and brushing on a chrome-plated case often looks very bad. This doesn't look great, but it doesn't look horrible either. Then we have the Caseback. It says stainless steel back, which is a good tell. The rest is not. Then it says water resistant, which means you get the basic 30. And it has a Poedagar name and logo in the middle, and the model number and 3ATM. As you can see, there's no notches to make it look like a screw down. And there is a notch though to pry it off. And I think it's right here. Yeah, there it is right there. Underneath the Caseback is the SL28 Quartz movement. This is a Chinese-made quartz movement. And of the many different Chinese quartz movements, this is one of my favorites. I've had a little struggle with this one, but on a lot of them, I can set the watch without fighting it. Unlike the PC21S, which is just awful, and the Z205, where you press in the ground and then the minute hand can move 10 seconds or 10 minutes. Then we have the bracelet. Bracelet's hollow, and as you can see, we have inverted end links into the case. And these links, though, they're all one piece, and they're hollow. And we have push pin adjusters, not screw pins. I've never seen a hollow with screw pins, but at least push pins don't come out on you. I've had many times screw pins have. Then we have a butterfly clasp, and it's actually signed. There's the Poedagar name and logo. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. It wears nice. It sits nice and flat on the wrist, and it's nice and thin. I only moved 2 links though, so 8 inches is the best you're going to do without more links. Normally on a watch in this price range, I say just buy 2 of them and rob the links off of 1. But in this case though, you won't be able to put the second one on a strap because of the integrated design, so you can forget that amount of advice. So basically, if your wrist is bigger than 8, you might want to give this one a pass. Here we are in the Lume room, just wearing the watch for review purposes. Gave me no indication that this watch even has Lume, so I am not expecting much from this test. As we speed up the time, the indices fade almost immediately, are already about gone. The major hands are a little bit better, but not by much, as they too have about had it. This is poor Lume indeed. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. I like this dial with the honeycomb pattern. Watch is nice and thin. And it does have the SL28 movement instead of the Z205, which the Bimbon and Vava Lume has. What are my gripes and groans? The Cyclops barely magnifies. The bracelet's too short. I only removed 2 links. And it says keep up with global fashion on the dial. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. When it comes to very affordable land dweller homages, this one seems to step up from the Bimbon and Vava Lume, so sure, why not? Well, thank you for watching my review of the Poedagar 839, and I'll be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link, and I'll get a tiny commission, but those tiny commissions do add up. And also, I'll leave a link to the Poedagar website. I do have a code you can use where you can save 5% on the Poedagar, then I get 5% too. So you buy it though, whichever way you think is the best for you. And I like to thank my Members Choice members. Still haven't sold the Members Choice watch, so hopefully it sells soon. I thought I had it sold the other day, but then it turns out the guy was in Illinois and didn't want me to ship it to him. Bye.